everybody. I did a video. Basically, the root of the video was real estate is by far the easiest and lowest hanging fruit to becoming a millionaire. And I do stand by that. I did have a friend / associate challenge me on this, because if you Google, best rate of return, you're going to see that stocks outperform real estate on a regular basis annually. And I want to go over this, and I'd still maintain that real estate is still a better ROI and a better investment. I'm going to tell you why. When it comes down to it, stocks typically, and let's give it a range, 8 to 12%, but let's even use 12%. That's their annual rate of return. And real estate, 2 to 4%. Now, truth be told, if you've owned a home in the last 4 years and you only appreciated 4%, man, you were in the wrong area. Because I've been in Phoenix, Metro Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona, and we appreciated, 15, 20, I think 1 year was 33% we appreciated. So let's just use the 4% annual appreciation. Here's a couple things that they don't talk about in that comparison, and a couple reasons why an ROI on real estate at 4% is better than an annual stock return of 8 to 12%. You cannot finance stock purchases. Now, you can play options, and that's a whole nother conversation, way more risky, but you cannot finance stock purchases. Here's the other part. You also cannot rent your stock portfolio to somebody and have them make the payments on it, like you can a rental property. So here's what I'm saying. If you have $300,000, and we're just going to use $300,000 to invest, and you're choosing to put it in the stock market at an 8 to 12% return, or you're choosing to put it into real estate at a 4% return. Here's basic math to it. If you are looking at a return on the $300,000 at 12%, that's about $36,000 annual return at 12%. And if you put it into real estate, that same $300,000, you only really have to put a 20% down payment down. That's 60 grand. That's 60 grand. So if I really want to compare apples to apples, I'm going to compare 60 grand to 60 grand, because that's the only money I've actually invested or come out of my pocket on the real estate side. And if I were to compare apples to apples, 300 grand invested, well, now I'm looking at 5 different properties. 300,000, 20% down is 60 grand. 60 grand goes into 300 grand 5 times. I could buy 5 properties for 300,000 that were all appreciating 4% per year. That's a much bigger number, you guys. It's almost double the amount. So now I have a property that's appreciating, or a portfolio of $1.5 million, 5 different homes at 300,000 each. That's $1.5 million at 4%. 1.5 million at 4% return. That's $60,000 instead of 300 grand at 12%, which is 36,000. It does not outperform. It also doesn't ROI better. Your ROI is better, safer, stronger, and almost double the amount on a real estate purchase. And then on top of that, that doesn't even count the amount that you're paying in. The fact that you're owing less and less and less without you yourself making the payment. Keep in mind, renters are making the payment on this. So your value is not only going up, but your balance is going down, creating even a wider gap of profitability and ROI. This is also not counting the tax incentives and write-offs and all of that money that you're saving. So I just kind of wanted to put it out there and put some numbers to this, to where you guys can kind of understand and realize that real estate is, in fact, regardless of the numbers, a better investment, because you're making money on the totality of the instrument itself, not just the money that comes out of your pocket and the return. I hope that helps.